Hey everybody, welcome to Setta's Place. This video is my Setta's Place VSG series that I've put over here on this channel. I have another channel which is linked down below if you want to see more details. But this video you're about to watch, I jumped from I think week 6 after surgery to 2 months. And then the next videos coming are like 3 months and 5 months out. So hope you enjoy watching to see my weight loss journey. Now, I had the surgery April of 2022. I'm just now moving the videos over here for y'all if you want to check them out. If you want to check out what happened in between, that link is down in the description box. So, all right, I just want to let you know, skipping around on this channel with the videos so you can get the main parts. Also, I was in and out of town when I was making these videos, so you'll see me in different places. All right, talk to you later and have a blessed day. Hey everybody, welcome to Setta's Place VSG. My VSG journey. On this channel, I go over how I am progressing with my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery that I had back in April. April 25th was my surgery day. Okay, I'll have my playlist down below for the previous videos if you want to check out, what's been happening since then. But this is my 2-month post-op. So 2 months and I am doing really good. I've had a couple of ups. I've had a lot of ups and a down or two, but I'm back up. But overall, it has been really, really good. And I'm feeling really good. And I can feel a difference in my clothes. The weight is going down. It's going slowly, but that's I kind of like that. It's going just a little bit I weigh on Sundays. Each Sunday seems to go down just a little bit more and a little bit more. And but my inches, I can feel it in my clothes quicker. Okay, so there's a few things I wanted just to go over for the 2-month update. But first, make sure that this is my disclaimer. This is just my information of what happened to me in my surgery and the things that I did, medicines or vitamins this is not a medical, I'm not a medical professional. This is just what happened to me. Okay, let's see. Like I said, it's been 2 months. For the especially the first 3 weeks or so, I was extremely tired, which it makes sense because you just had surgery. And sometimes we don't allow ourselves to just heal and you just be calm and still. And, but I'm like, why am I so tired? But yeah, it's huge. Plus I wasn't intaking a lot of food. So, so I found going to bed really early, even after the first 3 weeks, going to bed like 9 o'clock. I'm like, it's bedtime. But I'd wake up between 6:30 and 7:30, which is that's early for me. I'm not a morning person. But I liked getting up early after I got used to it, to get things done. But okay, let's see what else. I am still taking my protein drinks. Got some right here. And I started today drinking with a straw with the protein drinks. I've been drinking with a straw with my water. And it works really well. So I'm trying to do it with my protein drink. And so far, so good. I'm getting more, I feel like I'm getting more in. Now, some people say they can't use straws. Some doctors say, their doctor said don't use straws. My doctor said doesn't matter. So, and it has not bothered me. It hasn't given me extra air bubbles. Nothing like that. No gas pain. But even though burping is a real issue with this, regardless of whether you use straws or not, there's a lot of burping that happens. And you can't stop it. And if you try, woo-wee. So you tell your family members and friends that burping is just now part of the life of hanging out with you. Because it just happens because I guess your stomach gets to a certain point and it has to release some air so it can make some more room or something. I have had no idea why. It's just, it is. And then let's see. And sometimes you forget, like especially if you're in social situations and you're just talking and y'all get ready to eat, and I just start, and then but your stomach will let you know very, 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 very soon that, hey, remember, because you instantly feel like a fullness and tightness. You're like, ooh, okay, you got to stop and let things settle down. And that's one of the weird things about eating with other people, especially. Well, eating with other people because, for me, because you have to kind of find your own kind of pace. I think some people can eat very slow and very, but eating straight. I have to go ahead and still eat slow and chew. But I have to stop. And then while everybody else is still eating and we're talking or they're eating, I have to kind of look at the sky or look at the walls and just kind of wait a little bit. And then I can eat some more. And so that's a little different, especially with a lot of people and they're eating and talking and you're just sitting and looking and talking. But it's part, see, I got a burp already, sorry y'all. But it's just part of this journey. So let me see what else. Oh, hunger pains, especially around, this is 2 months, about a month and a half, no, about a month afterward, once I started getting into puree and soft foods. If you don't eat when your stomach is ready, it will let you know. But I researched it because they say that the part of the stomach that is removed contains the hunger hormone, is that what it's called? Hunger, that tells you you're hungry. So that part is removed, or most of it anyway. Please check your own research yourself. I'm not a doctor, I'm just this one. So you really, and I have a video, I'll link that down below, of a doctor, an actual doctor who does these procedures, and he explained this. So that's where I got it. And he said that it's not really hunger pains that you're feeling when you feel your stomach. It's like, we would call it growling or grumbling, but it hurts. It kind of hurts because it's like major spasm in your stomach or something. And that's my word. And because that's what it feels like if you do not eat when your stomach is ready, because you're like, well, I'm not hungry, but this down here is like making this grumbly noises and churning. You're like, I don't want to eat right now, but it's like, yes, you will. So he said that it's, if you skip a meal or you're not eating, haven't eaten yet, your stomach, that will happen. And it for me, it felt like what hunger, like when your normal stomach, it has a stomach pains, like it's grumbling, but it's literally just your stomach trying to find some food, I guess, and just and there's nothing in there. And so, and it can happen immediately. I mean, it could be just like that. For me, it did. So I'm like, oh, now I need to go get something to eat. And so that's part. Let me see what else. Something else about that. But anyway, so that is kind of, if you're thinking about the surgery, that might kind of happen, and you're wondering, what's going on. So, and another thing, I was craving salad, like right after, about a month after starting, because you're just on liquids and puree, and a month and a half after, I'm like, I'd like to have a salad. I wasn't even craving cheesies or Cheez-Its or the stuff, licorice things that I used to love. I was wanting a salad like nobody's business. Or you want real food, like I want a piece of chicken. Can I have a piece of chicken? But, you know, at a certain point, you can't have that kind of thing until, you know, you're released to eat regular food. But it was so weird because I'm not a salad eater. I like salad, but it wasn't my thing. But now I'll be like, I got to get me some vegetables. I need me a salad. I got to go. I'm staying in the produce section when I go to the store now, trying to find what I can have. But, you know, protein has to be first right now. Well, yeah, protein has to be first. But I got to have some vegetables. And then, let's see. Let me mark these off so I know I've talked about it already. Oh, there is something that is called dumping syndrome. Now, when I first, hold on, get a drink. When I was researching this procedure, and during, you know, all that, and during the procedure, I was watching the videos, I was finding out stuff, and they would talk about the dumping syndrome. And so what it is when after you eat the surgery and eat something that normally is something that you're not supposed to be eating, your stomach will not like it, and it will let you know, and it will not keep it, if you know what I mean. So, and there's a lot of people get hot, they get sweats, and they get actually sick and have to go lay down and all this kind of stuff, depending, it's different severities of it. So I knew that was a possibility. So I figured, you know, can't be having all that sugar in my tea like I used to like it. And so, because it'll make sure it's like, no, I don't want all that. So I was like, okay. But what I found out was that literally just a couple weeks ago, that I thought it was only foods that you are not supposed to have, like high carbohydrated stuff like sugar and junk food, but literally some people have dumping syndrome with regular food. It all depends on what your stomach doesn't like. So one person I was watching her story, and she had like chicken, and she had a dumping syndrome happen. And I was like, but we're supposed to eat the protein, supposed to eat the meat, so that's not sugary or nothing, it's just plain old chicken. Her stomach couldn't tolerate it. Another person, whatever, I think might have been just baby beef or something. And one lady was avocados. So I was starting to realize it's not about junk food or what we consider bad food. It's whatever your stomach cannot tolerate can have you have a dumping syndrome. So I had not had it at all. Of course, I wasn't eating the high, you know, carbohydrate stuff either. But even with the regular food or whatever, I wasn't having it. I was like, all right. Until, now what did I eat? Oh, this was right before I left to come here to Virginia to see Kevin. It was right before I came to Virginia to visit. This time, me and Kathy, we went out, and it's like I can have coffee and tea, but I just get it without any sugar, and the coffee I can handle a little bit of like the regular coffee that you would normally get, but I just drink a little bit of it, or add my protein drink to it. But anyway, so we went to get that for our last outing, hanging out together before I was leaving. And we used to, before surgery, we would always get a lemon poppy seed muffin, the ones they have at Costco that this place sells them. And then we'd have it really nice and warm, and we would split it, and that'd be our little treat, a coffee and that muffin. So now after surgery, and I hadn't had nothing, like that at all. So I was like, and I can have, at this point, I can have any food I want, just, portion small. So I was like, I think I want to try. Let's go ahead and get a muffin. So we got it, and I was eating it, and it was no problem. I didn't have any issues. Like, oh, okay, couple bites. like, it's good. So, you know, I mean, yeah, it wasn't as good as it used to be. That's another thing I'll talk about in a second. But it was good. And she didn't want any more, and it was still like a good portion left. And I was looking at that muffin. I'm like, I don't want it to go to waste because it's my favorite muffin. To myself, I said to myself. So I just go ahead and make myself eat it. I mean, I'm just go ahead and eating it, right? Because I didn't want it to go to waste. And we're heading to the storage unit, you know, doing errands and stuff. And I ate that, and my stomach told me, don't you ever do that again. Oh, I felt sick. Yeah, no, I won't be doing that again. One thing about this, once you learn your lesson and you think about how that made you feel, you don't do it again. No. But there are things that you do want to test so that you know whether or not, you know, can't I, you know, and how much. But I know better than that. I won't be taking no more half of a muffin. But on this note, your taste buds do change. I've heard other people talk about it. Like before surgery, they're like this, and after they didn't. And my taste buds I'm finding have changed in some areas. I can handle like tea with way less sugar. I just now started putting just a little bit of sugar in my tea. I mean, a cup. I mean, you know, my big jug of tea. I put just a little bit. In the past, I'd be putting, I'm not going to tell you how much sugar I put in there, y'all. I'm not going to tell you. But, so just one little, and I'm like, oh. Or I could even drink it without sugar sometimes. Which is a miracle. If y'all just knew me, that it's a miracle that I even drink tea without sugar. But every once in a while, I might just put a little bit, and I'm fine. I'm like, okay. Just very little, because, you know, I'm still watching the carbohydrates. But, so, and I don't drink tea every day anymore. I can't. Actually, I can't. I literally can't, because I have as much water as I need to get in, the protein drink I need to get in, the amount of food I need to try to get in my meals. I don't have room for tea like I used to. I think I've had, I don't remember, I could probably count on my hands how many cups of tea, and I'm saying cups lightly, because I make a mug, and I can only drink like that much of it. And then next week, I might have another one with that much. You know, I can't drink a whole thing of tea like I used to, like constantly during the day, because I have to get this water in, and I have to get my protein drink in, and then all that kind of stuff. So when I say I added a teeny bit of sugar, it's like that's the amount of sugar for the next week, for the whole time. So it's all right. It's all right. On my mom YouTubes, I'm all right. Okay. Yes. Oh, and one more thing that I found with the taste bud change. Before surgery, I could eat salmon. I could eat it. I could eat about that much of it, and I'm like, I'm fine after that. Kevin loves it. He loves it. So when I come here, you know, I'd eat it. He fixed it, and I'd eat like literally a little piece before surgery. Tolerating taste-wise, I mean. Well, the other day, he fixed salmon, and it was a regular piece, you know, the piece shaped like that size, about that size. Can y'all see that? You know how they're cut. And I figured I'd just be eating, you know, a little bit of it, because the salmon was my favorite anyway. But it was tasting good. And I was like, So I ate my normal amount that I could handle. Then I had to stop. But I was like, this is actually good. I mean, I actually enjoyed the flavor of the salmon. Not like I used to. So I ate the whole thing, you know, over time in that dinner time. And I was like, wow. So your taste buds really do change. It was something else, but I can't remember what it was that did like that. Let's see. I had before I left town, I had my doctor's appointment with my surgeon, well, his nurse, and my blood work came back okay, except my vitamin B was a little bit low, so I started on some B12 patched. I think I showed that on my Instagram, and I'm still using the vitamin patches and all that kind of stuff. I'll do vitamins and stuff for y'all later, a separate video, showing y'all all the stuff I use for people who are thinking about the surgery or who are already in it. Hopefully you're watching and you can see, you know, what I'm using. Meal prep videos, I'll do that later in a separate video. Oh, but when I did, me and Kathy went to IHOP. This was right when I could first have solid food, like soft, solid food. And I was just going to eat a piece of her, whatever she got, because it wasn't gonna, I mean, I couldn't eat a whole thing. But it ended up, I think we got an omelet and we were going to split it. And, but the waitress, because we told her we're splitting it, but when she came out, she had 2 whole omelets, like one for her and one for me. One for her and one for me. Yeah. And I was like, oh goodness, but thank you, because it was a blessing. But so I ate my little portion of the omelet, and I had almost the whole, you know how big they are. So I took it home and I divided it up into my little portion trays, and that omelet lasted a whole week. in the portions that I think it's 2 ounces or 3 ounces, 2 ounces about, or 2 or 3 ounces sections, and it lasted me a whole week. So I thought that was awesome. That's so cool that can last that long. Okay. Oh, and then one more thing, and then I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to keep you too long. I have more things, but I'll do those in separate videos. Before the surgery, I could drink room temperature water, like just bottled water in my room and just drink it. But then, right, I'm trying to remember when it was. I can't remember when I started wanting it cold. Because I wasn't able to get it in. Now, I think I told the video, there's like, I can't get the water in, but I was drinking it room temperature. So I started a little bit of cold water, and it went down better. So now I find that I have to have cold water. I mean, it could be, it doesn't have, I have ice in here, but even when the ice is gone and the water's just chilled, it still works. Yeah, the cold water goes down much, much better. And I mean, literally the stomach handling it yeah, I have to have cold water. And I also could drink the protein drink just room temperature, you know, but it has to be cold now. So I got them in the refrigerator. So that's another change that has happened that I've heard other people talk about too, that now the stomach wants cold. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how some of the things that were going and happening. I'm feeling great. Oh, and be sure to come back tomorrow, because I am going to be doing a challenge. So you come back. I'm not going to tell you about it. Come back tomorrow and find out what the challenge is, and hopefully you will join me. This is for anybody. It doesn't have to be whether you're on your VSG journey. Just anyone can do this challenge. So hopefully you'll come back tomorrow and see what it is and join me. Okay, see. And stay tuned for more of my non-scale victories. I have some to tell you all and some more hopefuls. Okay, everybody, I'm breaking in. I realized I have not given you all my stats since I think the last video I showed you my stats was June the 11th. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the things. Okay. The last weigh in was June the 11th. From the last video, I was 242.6. June 19, I was 239 even. So that was a little bit of a drop there. Nice little couple of pounds, few pounds. And then June 26, I was 237.6. So that's my stats. So it is coming down. It's coming down. I'm in the 30s, y'all. I'm in the 30s. All right. All right. I guess I will talk to you later and have a blessed